How is going everyone today? In this video, as you can tell by the title of it, I'll be reviewing New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Year Dash 2018. Of course, the show took place this morning, live for free on New Japan World because New Japan is very appreciative of their fans, and to give back for the huge success of Wrestle Kingdom, they give New Year Dash for free on New Japan World every year. So very awesome New Japan to do. And without wasting other time, let's go ahead and jump right into this review with my thoughts on the show itself. New Year Dash usually is a show that's pretty much a fun, enjoyable wrestling show for about 2.5 to 3 hours. You always have some nice surprises, and that's pretty much what the show's evolving around. The big surprise that may or may not happen, because of course, is pretty much the Raw after WrestleMania. Of course, is the show after Wrestle Kingdom, so you got to have these big surprises and all these big things happening on the show. And I feel like you definitely had those happening, especially the two surprises that happened. I was kind of not necessarily shocked, but I was happy, and it had me looking forward to seeing what was next to come from the angles that happened. So overall, New Year Dash, I felt it was a fun show. I didn't think it was better than last year's. I actually liked last year's New Year Dash show more, but this is still a fun, enjoyable show, and not really complaining too much about it. I will say, however, though, my memory not be the exact greatest on each match, just because there's so many. Pretty much every match was a multi-man match, and when it's that late you're watching the show, and honestly not really too much excitement is happening on the show. It's kind of just like a filler show. You get tired, you're not really paying too much attention. So I will apologize in advance for my memory not being the greatest. So just just a little heads up in case every match isn't exactly in depth, or really I don't really talk too much about them, because honestly, like I said, I was kind of falling asleep, so my attention span wasn't fully there for some of the things. But yeah, still a fun show. Like I said, the show opened up with an 8-man tag team match. Of course, the Young Lions taking on the dads of New Japan, I guess you can call them. This was a fun opener, I thought. The Young Lions are definitely hot and hungry. It definitely had a lot of aggression for them, and pretty much dominated the majority of the match. Had some nice sequences with the dads and whatnot. But when it came down to it, the dads of New Japan ended up getting the victory after a huge lariat to secure the win. So that was a fun opener right there. Like I said, the Young Lions look good, and it's always good to see guys like Nagata and whatnot in this match. So yeah, that was a fun match to open the show, I felt. From there, we go to an 8-man tag team match. Of course, Suzuki-gun taking on the team of Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask, uh, Henare, Togi Makabe, and Kawato. This was another fun match as well. Right from the get-go, Suzuki-gun attacking all men right there, and just pretty much being pretty dominant during the match. There were some comedy spots in this match, especially with Liger, of course, as always. But this is a pretty fun, solid 8-man tag team match here. Perfectly fine. It was solid. Had some tension between Liger and Tiger Mask, and against Suzuki-gun. So I enjoyed it. And Suzuki-gun got the win at the end of it. So yeah, that was a nice one, solid 8-man tag match right there. From there, I'm going to the 7-match trial series for Kitamura, which was against Jay White here, which I thought the match was good. Nothing really too special from these two guys, but Kitamura was definitely impressive. Him and Jay White kind of had an interaction where Jay White was trying to give him shoulder block, but he just was not budging at all when Jay White would hit it. So I thought that was pretty funny, but there's some good solid wrestling in it. Jay White was, pretty much trying to recover from his loss against Tanahashi. They teased a count finish on Kitamura when he was on the outside, and barely beat the count to get back in the ring. But yeah, this was a good showing from both men. Like I said, overall, it was pretty good. Good outing. Jay White got the victory with the Blade Runner on Kitamura. So yeah, nice solid match right there. Nothing more to it. From there, we go to a 6-man tag team match. The Elite. The Elite taking on Roppongi 3K and Cheeseburger. Kenny Omega goes from facing Chris Jericho to selling for Cheeseburger. What the fuck? But this was a fun 6-man tag, to be perfectly honest. You had some nice spots. Omega was selling the ribs. It was funny because Matt and Kenny were selling their injuries. So when Nick went to tag one of them, they both jumped down. I was like, nah, I'm injured. I'm not getting this match at all. So that was pretty funny. Nick and one of the Roppongi 3K members were selling their back, so they had a nice comedy spot in the match, and Cheeseburger at the tag. Him and Kenny Omega went at it, and Kenny Omega was selling for Cheeseburger, which Cheeseburger was getting some momentum. Then, of course, Young Bucks and Kenny just gave him triple super kick and pretty much took out Cheeseburger for the man of the match. Roppongi 3K tagged back in. He had some nice tag team maneuvers, and then Cheeseburger once again tagged back in. I got the hot tag, was running wild, and pretty much everyone, but he went for a high crossbody. They all caught him, and was able to transition that into a Indie Taker, an assisted Indie Taker, because Kenny Omega threw Nick above for the Indie Taker. Secured the victory. So the Elite defeat Roppongi 3K and Cheeseburger. Fun six-man tag. You know, the Elite usually delivers fun six-man tags, and even though it was more of a comedy one, it was still a lot of fun. So I enjoyed that match right there from those three. From there, we go to a 10-man tag team match. Of course, the Bullet Club taking on Kota Ibushi, Juice Robinson, David Finlay, Kushida, and Taguchi. This was another fun match right here. I thought even though one thing I don't like is when people joke around or mess around too much. You definitely got that here, especially from Bullet Club, from like Marty Scurll and Cody. But for the most part, I feel like it was still, a good outing from everyone, and I felt like, he had some nice interaction, especially when Kushida got a nice tag, and of course at the end when Kota Ibushi got that hot tag, just ran wild with some moonsaults and was taking everyone out. I thought it was still a fun, enjoyable match. Mario Scurll hitting his signature snappings. They actually had a spot where everyone Bullet Club took drop kicks on Taguchi's ass, of course, the ass attack that he does. They all just decided to take their own spots and just all give him drop kicks in the ass to, annihilate him from doing that. So I thought that was a pretty clever spot right there. But yeah, you got some good stuff. From pretty much everyone, you got some more tension between Cody and Ibushi, and yeah, it was good. And of course, Bullet Club the victory once Cody submitted David Finlay with the American Nightmare submission hold. So Bullet Club the win, and of course the big post-match angle that happened that got everyone riled up, including myself, was the fact that the Bullet Club beat down Kota Ibushi. Cody went to pretty much annihilate Kota with a chair, but then out comes Kenny Omega. Omega makes a save for Ibushi. He's shoving the shit out of Cody. Cody shoving the shit out of him. Huge tension right there between Kenny and Cody, and it got me really excited to see the future. Definitely want to see where this goes. I know a lot of people want to see Kota versus Kenny Omega, and I want to see that as well because that match is gonna be absolutely amazing. But I wouldn't mind them seeing them reform again as their tag team and taking on Bullet Club. I know Kenny Omega is the leader of Bullet Club, but maybe he somehow gets kicked out of Bullet Club and he turns face. And I don't know. There's a lot of different ways they can go this direction with him and Cody, and him and Kota. I'm very very excited to see where they go with the Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes storyline because. With the inclusion of Kota Ibushi and Kenny being very overprotective of him, and even though he's aligned with Bullet Club, Kota pretty much still his brother. So very very excited to see the angle. And of course, Kenny Omega got him like afterwards, pretty much saying that there's tension in the Bullet Club, but the tension needs to die down. They need to be reunited, and by doing that, he's going to include a new member in Bullet Club, that being Switchblade Jay White. Now, I like Jay White, but his position in New Japan is just he's not fitting it, and especially considering that they're gonna add him in Bullet Club. To me, I was very very against it when they announced him. Like, please don't. But he did, and Jay White agreed to it. And then as him and Kenny were hugging, he actually hit Kenny with the Blade Runner, the Blade Runner, and then ended up taking the Bullet Club shirt off and throwing it back in the ring. So Jay White did not join Bullet Club, thankfully, but it appears like Omega's going to face him next, which this whole angle set up a lot of things because he can go, it's him and Cody or him and Ibushi or him and Jay White now. There's set up 3 contenders for Kenny Omega in one segment, which I thought was great. So Jay White not joining Bullet Club, happy about that. For the feud itself with him and Omega, not too excited for, but I'll see where it leads. From there, we go to the never openweight 6-man tag team championship match. Of course, the new champions being Beretta, Toru Yano, and Ishii, taking on the former champs of the Bullet Club, the Gorillas of Destiny, as well as Bad Luck Fale. This was a good, solid match right here. Yano had some comedy spots with Bad Luck Fale as always. Tama Tonga was very dominant in this match, and of course, they had the Ishii got the hot tag in the match, and him and Bad Luck Fale went at it once again, and of course, Ishii gave Bad Luck Fale another suplex, which is very, very impressive. Some nice near falls. Trent got the hot tag. It was running wild. I was able to counter the gun stun into a dude buster, which ended up getting hit with a gun stun anyway. So Bullet Club 1, 2, 3 becomes your brand new never openweight 6-man tag team champions, which makes you think that the tag title change last night was completely pointless because those never openweight 6-man tag team titles are pointless to begin with, but it just solidifies it even more pointless when they do stuff like that. So yeah, Bullet Club are champs once again. What can you do? Solid match. Feel bad for Trent though. From there we go to, I believe it was an 8-man tag team match. Yes, Suzuki-gun once again taking on Suzuki-gun will be Suzuki, of course, Zack Sabre Jr. and the Killer Elite Squad, taking on Tanahashi, War Machine, and Michael Elgin. This was good stuff here between all men. Suzuki was he's a badass, and he definitely had some tension. And Zack Sabre Jr. and War Machine, especially more so Ro, him just had great interaction once again. And yeah, it's another solid stuff here. The Killer Elite Squad look like absolute animals, like they've had before. They just those two, are just on a different level than they've been before, at least from what I've seen from them. I feel like they're definitely on a different level. So they're very, very good in this match, and they actually getting the win with the Killer Bomb onto Hansen to secure the wins for Suzuki-gun. So yeah, another solid 6-man tag right there, or 8-man tag, sorry. And of course at the end with Suzuki holding up the Intercontinental title, pretty much signifying that he's next in line to challenge Tanahashi. So Tanahashi and Suzuki going at it next. That should be an excellent match. So I'm excited for that one. And yeah, Suzuki completely bald now, which is odd to see. You know, not seeing his crazy hair. So yeah, like the match, like the post match with Suzuki pretty much challenging Tanahashi, so that was great. And then we go to our main event, which was a 10-man tag team match. Of course, K.E.S taking on Los Ingobernables de Japan. This was a great main event. I thought it was really fun. Of course, Ospreay and Takahashi started off with which was a hot start. Really enjoyed the interaction. You know, definitely, you know, like I said, it was a hot start. And then of course, you know, Okada with the tag. Him and Naito would go at it for a while. Ibushi would do some nice saves. YOSHI-HASHI would go at it, fire up, and, you know, get the upper hand a few times until, you know, Naito ended up hitting the Destino on YOSHI-HASHI to secure the win. So the Los get the victory, which I was very happy about because definitely deserved to get the win after last night. And yeah, this was a very fun main event. Like I said, I thought all men delivered. You know, there wasn't really slow moments, and it's definitely you know, a good solid way to end the show. And definitely was match tonight if you ask me. Then of course the big angle happened afterwards as well was, you know, Naito was celebrating his win. You know, cut a promo. Then out of nowhere, Chris Jericho comes out and attacks Naito. So Jericho and Naito are brawling. Referees are pulling them apart, you know, trying to get them away. Naito's, you know, laying in the ring doing the Los pose, and as he's doing it, Jericho just beats the shit out of him, attacking him some more until he's pretty much carried out and thrown out. And Naito just finishes the promo and ends the show that way. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. That was New Year's Dash for the most part. Like I said, you got a lot of multi-man matches, which pretty much every match besides the Jay White match was a multi-man match. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, and yeah, it was a good, solid show from New Japan. It should be a great year for New Japan. You know, they have some great shows coming up, some great feuds teasing already. So I'm very, very excited to see the future holds. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video.